Hi everybody, I thought I'd hop on today and do a quick video, and this is a first for me. I'm going to do a video on a crafty video. I decorated these shipping tags and I wanted to show you how I did them. Whoops. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so here's the shipping tag. Now, there's all kinds of decorations and crafty stuff out there for farmhouse stuff. That's another one I have here. It's just about the same thing. It's farmhouse stuff. So I wanted to do a video on my take on the farmhouse decorating, so on and so forth. So in all actuality, this is the one that I did as a little sample. And I was trying to get my camera to cooperate with me, and I tried to do this one on camera to show you guys how I did it. But I really don't have the proper setup. I am about ready to get another video camera, so hopefully that will be a little bit better. But I really wanted to show you guys because I just love it. I love how it looks. I love how farmy it is. It's so cute. Well, anyway, I pretty much worked with the things that I had. So I'm going to try to do it this way and show you guys what I started with. Okay, so I got these shipping tags, the box of 1,000 shipping tags from Paper Mart. Now I got those probably toward the end of last year because I knew I wanted to start doing crafty things, and quite frankly, you know, I bought art journals because I found so many great YouTube channels on people who were crafty and they did art journals, and that really got me inspired, so I thought I would do that. But you know, something about sitting in front of that, it's a big, you know, art journal, and something about sitting there in front of that blank sheet of paper, it's very intimidating. So I got the shipping tags thinking, well, you know, they're small and that's not too intimidating, and if I do ruin one, no big deal. Art journals are kind of pricey, but these shipping tags were, I don't know, $36 I think it was for 1,000. So you know what, if I ruin one of those, it's not a big deal. So I find that to be a lot less intimidating. So if you guys are thinking about getting into shipping, be more artsy craftsy, maybe that's a way to go. You know, try the shipping tags. They're not such a big deal if you mess up on it. Okay, so the first thing that I did was I prepared them by just painting them with this acrylic paint. And basically, guys, this is just the cheap acrylic paint that you get from Walmart. I don't even remember how much they were, but these are the three colors that I used on my tags today: China blue, white, and antique parchment. So on one tag I used the white and the China blue, and on the other tag I used the white and the antique parchment. So those are what I used. I just changed them up a little bit. What I did was I painted white as the solid background, and then on this one I took the China blue and just dry brushed over it. You can just see. And on this one I dry brushed it with the parchment. I don't know if you can see that or not. Lighting isn't all that great in here today. So that's how I did that. Then and I let them dry. I let them dry overnight. I actually painted those yesterday. And when I dry brushed the blue and the antique parchment over top, I didn't wait until they were completely dry. I let the white underneath was still a little wet so that they could blend a little bit. And you know, I used the little palette that I had. I had some paint in the palette, so if I was a little too heavy-handed with the China blue and with the parchment, I could just take the white and kind of dull it down a little bit because I just wanted it to peek through. Okay, the next thing I used was this block stamp. It's gingham. I love gingham, guys. Oh, I love it. I got this at AC Moore, I do believe. It's a Cam and Chloe, or Chloe, however they say that. So all I did was I inked up the corner, just a corner, and I daubed it off on this, just a hunk of paper. I kind of kept stamping it so it would be weaker. It wouldn't be so strong of a stamp, just so I could get a couple little, see how it's just a couple little, I just kind of dabbed it on in a couple spots so that it would look faded. And just 2-3 spots I dabbed that on. And I also used this stamp. It's just a rubber stamp, wood-mounted rubber stamp, and I got this for $1 at a thrift store. And I used that on the bottom underneath. See how I stamped that? So I stamped that, and then I used this cow stamp. Now, my sister was a big card maker, and she bought stamps like crazy a few years ago. And she had a bunch of them. When she found out I was doing more craftsy things, she gave me a whole bunch of stamps that she didn't use. This is from, what is it, Close to My Heart? Yeah, Close to My Heart stamp set, and it's called My Farm, and it's all farmy stuff. So I took the cow from here and I stamped, I love the, on the bottom. Oh my gosh, I think the next one I'm going to do that barbed wire fence border. But anyway, I used the cow stamp on this and stamped a little cow on it. And it didn't come out, the impression isn't all that great, but you know what? I don't mind it because it kind of looks like it has that faded look to it. So I'm okay with that. So that was the next thing I did. Then then I wrapped around, this is just some black lace that I got at a craft store. It was 25 cents. I mean a thrift store, I'm sorry. And this was just leftover string I had on something, for something. This is black and white baker's twine. So I took the lace and the baker's twine and wrapped it around the card. I glued it onto the back, and I just tied a bow onto the baker's twine, but I did the lace first and then the baker's twine over top. And then I clipped these little tiny clothespins. Aren't they adorable? I love those. So I clipped a couple of those on, or one on those. And I also took the black lace and that cording, whatever black cording this stuff is, and I just kind of strung that through the top. Now I also strung the baker's twine through the little, let's see if I can get it, the little die cut, looks like a little shipping tag or tag of some kind. Now I got to tell you that I used I used a sheet of paper from this pad of paper. It's Recollections, and it's Sweet Blooms paper collection. I actually used the very last page. It's pink, and I used that to stamp out the little tag and the heart. So that was the next thing I did. I stamped out that little tag thing and the little heart down there. Now, I gotta tell you, to cut that out, I used my little Sizzix Texture Boutique. Now, if any of you guys know, this Texture Boutique is not a die cutter. It's only an embossing machine. Well, I didn't know that when I bought it. I wouldn't have bought it if I'd known that. But I got online and I actually saw a bunch of YouTube videos where people were using that as a die cutter. Now, you can't recommend it, and I don't recommend that because you could break it. Now the only thing I did with this is it just requires a little more shim, and whatever you put in there for a shim needs to be hard, like a hard plastic. Now what I used, and I don't have it here with me, but what I used was the cardboard backing of a notepad that had a magnet on it. That you stick on your refrigerator. Well, that magnet part was just thick enough so that I could put it through here, didn't break my machine, and it cut out that little tag. So that's how I cut that out. I love how it came out because I love pink and black, but I love how it came out. And then the only other thing, by the way, I stamped everything with archival ink, black archival ink. And you get this Ranger, you can get this at Michael's or AC Moore, anything. And then the little words on here, I got stay simple on one, and I've got be authentic on the other one. And those were just out of this Tim Holtz Ideology Small Talks pad of paper. There's white in here, and there's black as well. I absolutely love these pads. They are so adorable. So anyway, that I believe, and on this one for the little tag, I also put some baker's twine on the little tag cutout, which I thought was awful cute. I didn't do it on this other one, but anyway, you guys, and to glue things down, I used Eileen's tacky glue to glue down the little, the tag that I die cut and the heart. So anyway, I believe that's all it was. Like I said, I really wanted to do this, you guys, on how I did it, like while I did it. I love those videos. Those are so inspiring, but I tried and it just wasn't coming out. So I decided that I'll hold off until I get my newer video camera this weekend. My son is actually going to let me use his. So I do have some other plans for some more, more shipping tag. See, that one's like parchment and blue. Okay, now I wanted to show you guys the little die cut set that I got, the tag that I cut out to go on top of the shipping tag. I used this Sizzix die cut, and that's the tag right there. That I used that die cut to cut this out. I love this little die cut. I love the bicycle. I will tell you though, it's a little too detailed for me to use with my Texture Boutique because, like I said, it's not really a die cutting machine. But anyway, lots of little goodies inside that one. So that was the tag that I used. I just wanted to let you see that one. Okay, so here are the other tags that I'm going to be using. That's going to be an awful fun one. Okay, so I am going to have some more of these, and I'm going to do some more Farmhouse ones because I just love them. Those are my favorite ones. So anyway, I'm going to really try hard to get this done. I have a new respect for the people that do those videos where they show how, they show them actually making the tag or the journal page or whatever. I have a new respect for those people because it's not easy. But anyway, hopefully with my new video camera, I'll be able to do more of that. And I want to do some cooking videos using that video camera as well. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.